Welcome to the BrainX channel. In the previous video, we learned how to determine the general term of a linear number pattern. If you missed that video, you can follow the link on the card in the top right corner or in the description below. In this video, we will use the general term to calculate specific terms. We will determine the position of a term, and we will generate the terms of a pattern from a given formula. Let's just quickly recap. The general term of a linear number pattern has the form Tn equals Bn plus C. Remember that Tn represents the value of a particular term. That means Tn equals the value of your first term, T5 equals the value of your fifth term, T20 represents the value of the 20th term, and therefore Tn represents the value of your nth term. N represents the position of the term, and that means if n equals 1, we are working with the first term. If n equals 2, we are working with the second term, and if n equals 3, we are working with the third term, and so on. And then the value of b is the constant difference between the consecutive terms. And the value of c is the fixed adjustment that must still be made to Bn so that the formula gives the actual terms in the pattern. Now that we've recapped this, let's do our first example. The general term of a linear number pattern is Tn equals 4n minus 9. And this is a two-part question. First, we have to determine the first 4 terms of the pattern, and for b, we have to determine the value of the 35th term. So let's do part A, where we have to determine the first 4 terms of this pattern. There are 2 ways to do this. So I'm going to show you the longer way first, and then we will do the shorter way. So what we need to find is n equals 1. We have to find n equals 2, we have to find n equals 3, and n equals 4. We are going to use this general term that they've given us and substitute n with these values. Okay, so I'm going to write T1 equals 4 multiplied by 1 minus 9. So T1 equals, now 4 times 1 is 4 minus 9. So the value for term 1 is 4 minus 9 is negative 5 or minus 5. Term 1 is done. Now let's do term 2. So I'm going to write term 2 equals, and then let's substitute. Instead of writing n, I'm going to substitute 2 in the place of n minus 9. T2 equals, and then 4 times 2 is 8 minus 9. Term 2 is negative 1. Okay, so term 2 is done. Let's do term 3. So we've got term 3, and let's substitute again. Instead of n, I'm going to write 3 minus 9. Term 3 equals, now 4 times 3 is 12, minus 9 is 3. So I've determined the value of term 3. And then we've got to do term 4 as well. 4 multiplied by 4, because I'm substituting n with 4, minus 9. And 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 minus 9 is 7. Okay, so I've got my values for term 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the answer for A is negative 5, negative 1, 3, and 7. So we just did part A using a longer method, but let me show you a shorter method. If you read your question, it says that we have the general term for a linear number pattern. That means this 4, which is b equals 4, is the constant difference between the terms. So what you could have done was to calculate the first term. Okay, so let's say you're in your test, you can say n equals 1. So I'm going to calculate my first term. Then substitute the 1 in place of the n, minus 9. Term 1 equals 4 minus 9. Term 1 equals negative 5. So I've got my value for my first term. So you can write the constant difference is b equals to 4. So I'm going to say add 4 to each term. Okay, so that means I'm going to write negative 5, and then let's add 4. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3, and 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, so this took us 30 seconds instead of doing all these steps. But you can only use this method if you've realized that this is a linear number pattern, that 4 is the constant difference between all your terms. Then you can use this method if you want to. So for part B, we have to determine the value of the 35th term. So 35 means that is the position of the term in the pattern. So it's going to be n equals 35. So I'm going to write B and then n equals 35. So what we are going to do is we are going to substitute 35 into n. 4 multiplied by 35 minus 9. And that gives us 4 times 35 is equal to 140 minus 9. So the value for term 35 is 131. So instead of adding 4 to all the terms until we get to term 35, we can just use this formula to determine what the value for term 35 will be. Okay, so example 1 is done. Let's read example 2 together. We have to consider the following linear number pattern, 7, 12, 17, 22, and then it is a two-part question. Determine A, the general term, and B, the value of the 25th term. Now the general term, you know, we've done in the previous video, we have to follow certain steps. So our first step is to determine the difference between the terms. So between term 1 and 2, between 2 and 3, and 3 and 4. So here I can see if I add 5, 7 plus 5, that will give me 12. And 12 plus 5 is 17. And 17 plus 5 equals 22. Remember, you can also subtract if you want to. You can say T2 minus T1 equals 12 minus 7, and that will give you 5. And you can say T3 minus T2 equals 17 minus 12, and that equals 5. And T4 minus T3 equals 22 minus 17, and that is 5. So do you notice that we have a constant difference between the terms? That does make it a linear number pattern, just like they said. So we can make use of our general formula, which is Tn equals Bn plus C. Okay, so what is the value for B? We know that B is the constant difference, so I'm going to write B equals 5. And to determine the value for C, we are going to write B plus C equals the first term. Okay, now let's substitute. B, I already know, is positive 5, so I'm going to write 5 plus C. I don't know the value of C yet, equals the first term. So what is the first term? It is 7. So I'm going to write 7. So what we need to do now is to move this 5 to the other side of the equation. I have to subtract 5 from both sides, like this. And that gives us C equals, and 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, so I have a value for B and a value for C. And now we can write the general term. So I'm going to write Tn equals, B we know is 5n, and C is plus, and instead of writing C, I'm going to substitute it with 2. Here is the general term. Now let's do B, the value of the 25th term. So 25th term is the position of the term. So that means n equals 25, because n is the position of the term in the pattern. So I'm going to write B, and here I'm going to say n equals 25. So we are going to substitute n equals to 25 in our general term. T25, because I'm looking for the value of term 25, is 5, and then let's substitute 25 plus 2. Okay, and that gives us T25 equals, now 5 times 25 is 125 plus 2, so the value of the 25th term is 127. Let's read example 3 together. Consider the following linear number pattern, 41, 34, 27, and 20. So we have to determine the general term, which we've done already in the previous examples. And then question B is a bit different. Which term in the pattern has a value of negative 64? So let's do part A first. First up, we have to find the constant difference between these terms. I know it's going to be a constant difference because it says that we have a linear number pattern, and I have to find a general term. Between term 1 and term 2, the constant difference is negative 7, because 41 minus 7 is equal to 34. And between term 2 and term 3, it is also negative 7, because 34 minus 7 is 27. And the same goes for the difference between term 3 and 4. Remember that you can also subtract your terms like this, but I'm not going to use this method now. Okay, so I know that we have a constant difference of -7, and I know that we have a general term. Now, the formula for the general term is Tn equals Bn plus C. B is equal to -7. So I'm going to write -7. So let's calculate the value for C. So I have to write B plus C equals my first term. Okay, now let's substitute. B is equal to -7, so I'm going to substitute, plus C, I don't know this value yet, equals the first term. Now, what is the first term? It is 41. I'm going to write 41. I'm going to move this -7 to the other side of the equation so that we can get C alone. So let's add 7 to both sides of this equation. And that gives us C equals 48. Okay, so now that we know the value for B and C, I can complete my general term. So Tn equals, instead of writing B, I'm going to write -7n plus 48. Part A is done. Part B is asking us which term in the pattern has a value of -64. Read carefully, they're asking us which term. So we don't know what the number of the term is, so I don't know the value of n. But we do have a value of -64. Now have a look at this general term. Tn gives us the value of a particular term, and we already know that one of the values is -64. They are asking us in which position this term is that will have a value of -64. Let's write down B, and then I know that Tn equals -64. We are going to use our general term that we have determined in part A of this question. Therefore, I'm going to write Tn equals -7 plus 48. I know that Tn is already equal to -64, so I'm going to substitute this Tn with -64 equals -7n plus 48. So what do we do now? We need to get n on its own on the one side of this equation. What we need to do is to subtract 48 from both sides of this equation. So we will end up with -112 on the left-hand side, because -64 minus 48 is -112 or -112. And we still have -7n on this side. So n is still not on its own because it is multiplied by -7. So we need to divide by -7 on both sides. N equals negative divided by negative will give us a positive, and 112 divided by 7 is 16. So that means that the 16th term in this pattern has a value of -64. So you can, if you want to, write T16 equals -64. And that is your final answer for part B.